Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Bobby and I'm a new YouTuber, and I just wanted to talk today about a movie that I was a movie extra in called Jungland. And for those of you who are not familiar, it's a movie that came out in 2019. It was filmed in the Taunton, New Bedford, Fall River area, and it was a bare knuckle boxing movie, starring Jack O'Connell, Jessica Barden, and Charlie Hunnam. And how I ended up getting it was my brother had called me and said, "Oh, they're filming a movie in our area," and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And he's like, "Oh, they're looking for movie extras. You should go audition." And I was like, "Oh, what's the odds of me getting that? Like, that's like 1 in a million." So I was like, I don't know about that." He's like, "Oh, just try it out. It's right down the street from where you are." So I was like, whatever. So that night I ended up getting a face shot, which is what they required for the audition. So I took a face shot and then I got it printed out at like a local CVS. And the next morning I walked in, and the producer, I believe it was a producer. His name was Billy Dowd, but he was like, "Oh, you missed the audition," and I was like, "Oh, all right, whatever." So I turned around, I was gonna walk out. I was like, "Wow, what a waste." But he was like, "Wait, come back." So I came back and he was like, "Oh, you from around here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I grew up in this area." So he was just asking me some questions, and he's like, "Oh, all right, I'll take your face shot." So he took my face shot. He was talking to me a little bit, and asking me a little bit about where I'm from and how I grew up. And he was like, "Oh, if I give you a call, you gonna come?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. I wouldn't miss it for anything." So not thinking anything of it, I left, and about a week later, I was putting my youngest son to sleep, and I got a random phone call. And usually I don't answer random phone calls, but this time I did. So I picked up, and I was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Hi, is this Bobby?" And I was like, "Yeah, who's this?" And he was like, "Oh, this is Billy Dowd from uh, Jungland Productions." And I was like, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I just wanted to know if you were still interested in being in the movie." So I was like, "Yeah, of course." So he was like, "Oh, can you come 2 days out of the week? It's gonna be nighttime. It's gonna be for a couple hours." So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I was all happy when I hung up the phone. My son was just smiling, not knowing why I was so happy, but it was awesome. So then when it came down to it, I ended up driving there, and it was really cool. There was like a bunch of police around and stuff, and I had told them that I was in the movie. They directed me where to park. And when I walked in, I met a bunch of people who were from other movies like Ted and Departed and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was a cool experience. And they had told us ahead of time to bring a couple changes of outfits. So I brought a couple outfits, and what I did was I brought like a college jacket, like the sleeves are different colors and like the front's a different color. But so I took that, and the lady was like, "Oh yeah, that's nice. I want you to wear that, and just go to the movie trailer, and they're gonna give you some other clothes." So I went to the movie trailer, and they gave me some moccasins to wear. So I wore those, and they had me sit inside of a bar, and theme was that I was at a college party with a bunch of people, and it was really cool. The cool part about it was that Jack O'Connell and Jessica Barden and Charlie Hunnam were like literally 5 feet away from me. So um, Charlie ended up saying a line to me in one of the movies, but hopefully they'll keep it. But it was really cool. He like looked at me and said something, but I don't want to say too much because it hasn't came out in this area yet. I guess it only came out in Canada from what I heard from, but it was a really cool experience, and I don't want to give you guys too much information, but this is they paid us. It wasn't much, but it was a couple $100 for 2 nights, so it was really cool. But I don't know if you guys can see that down there. Sorry if it's backwards, but it says Jungleland Productions over here, and then they wrote out the check and all that. But yeah, it was just a really, really cool experience. So I mean, if you ever have a movie being filmed in your area, I strongly suggest that you go try it, because I never thought in a million years that I would, it's not being an actor, but it's still pretty cool, to be in a movie and see all that stuff. And afterwards we ended up having like a huge buffet, and Charlie was there sitting eating, and there's all types of food, like grade A, like a big buffet. So that was really cool. But if any of you have any more information on Jungland and if it came out anywhere else or anything like that, just leave me a comment if you can. I would appreciate it. Or subscribe. You know, I'm a new YouTuber, so I'm not sure if I should make new videos or not. I know, you know, not that great at this, but hopefully it'll work out. But thanks guys for listening, and see you later.